Hello, my sword students. Sword Sensei here, back at again with another what if. Today is my 50 subscriber special. I'm at 54 subscribers. Thank you guys for subscribing. Um, uh, it really brings me joy that you guys actually want me to make more content. By subscribing or leaving a comment and liking this, I will be continuing, what I'm doing, and it just really brings a tear to my face that you guys actually like what I'm doing. Now, this is not a villain Deku It's not. I just thought villain Deku waifu. I mean villain waifu Deku. Um, I thought thought his costume would actually fit perfectly for, what today's what if is. And what today's 50 subscriber special what if is what if Deku had a time quirk. And his name is his hero name is gonna be Kronos. Pretty much father of time, you know. But he's not gonna be Kronos. That's just his name. So, uh, so what because I really couldn't find a picture of, a good picture of what his quirk can really, not his quirk, but, it's sort of like, it's an emitter quirk it's like an emitter transformation quirk. His left eye has a clock in it. So that pretty much signifies, a time quirk. That's why he wears the mask, so no one really knows what his quirk is. But I'm gonna make Deku overpowered as, excuse my language, but as fuck. He's gonna be super overpowered. So I'm only saying that it drains his stamina. That's the only, that's the only downside to his quirk. That's the only downside. There's no other downside. Okay, so let's start off at kindergarten. Yeah, because this is when he gets his quirk. So, Deku, people started getting his quirk. People started getting their quirk, and Deku, and this is gonna, and I'm gonna be making this like a long. It's not gonna be a long series, but it's gonna be a, pretty long series. Also, when we hit, 1000K, I will be doing a special what if and a face reveal. If you guys want that, because I'm not doing it at I'm not doing it at 100 or 300 or 400. I'm doing it at 1000, because if we can get to 1000, I would love to, do a special what if that I've had in mind for a couple months now. Like, I've had a couple ideas that since I've been watching what ifs, since I've stumbled upon them, and I've just been watching them ever since. And they're like really good to listen to when I'm, playing video games, because I'm listening to something that helps me focus on what video game I'm playing. It's just my way of focusing, because I used to listen to music while doing my homework, which focused me to do my homework. So it just helps me to do something like that. Now let's get on to the what if. Sorry, I'm just rambling on. Also, this is gonna be his hero suit, because I think it just matches perfectly of what I'm gonna do. But instead of a half mask, it's a full face mask. Um, imagine the mask. There's a line going down the middle where there's a line like going down right there, and which it covers his entire face. And then he just has the top hat, because I just like the top hat. It reminds me of Bill Cipher. Anyway, back onto the what if. Deku, people started getting their quirk, and, Deku, I'm saying he does get his at this, well, because it's not going to take a traumatic experience, but, Deku, he just passes out for no apparent reason, and the teachers are like, what's happening, and all the other kids are like, whoa, what happened, Bakugo's like, not, because he doesn't say Deku, I'm giving him a nickname, no, I'm just gonna say he calls him Izuku, because he doesn't have a, well, because he didn't have a quirk in the anime, no one, calls him Deku. So, Izuku, he just passes out for no reason, the teachers are wondering, the kids are wondering, so, it only takes a couple seconds, but Deku, he gets up, and they just see a clock in his eye, in his left eye. And the teachers and students are wondering, what? And Deku, he can't see the clock that's in his eye, but he can feel that something's wrong with his left eye. Well, it's not wrong, but it feels like he gained just more power. So Deku, he's like, what happened? And, he rubs his head. And the teachers say, well, you just passed out for no reason. And it looks like you got your quirk. And Deku's like, what? I got my quirk? He's happy and stuff. And, they give him a mirror. And, Deku, they talk about it. And he's wondering what his quirk can do. Because Deku, he tells the teachers and students that his quirk, it's not just a clock. He can feel he feels something else, and he doesn't know what. He tells him this, and the teachers say maybe you need to go to the quirk doctor, and they'll check out. So they go. Inko, Deku tells him that he got his quirk and he doesn't know what it is, and he would like to go to the quirk doctor. The quirk doctor says, "Well, your son's quirk is very powerful, like the most powerful that I've ever seen. It rivals even gods." And like, what is it? Inko's like, what? And the doctor says, your son, he has complete manipulation over time. Time itself can bend to his will. And Inko's like, whoa. And the doctor says, so far what I can see, or what we've tested, is that he can fast forward time, he can slow down time, he can reverse time, he can reverse someone's time, their body, not their mind. He can speed up they can speed up their body, making them faster or making them older. He can choose between each one. And he can speed up his own body. Yeah. So he's, stuff like that. And, the next day, they come to school and, the kids ask what his quirk is. And Deku, he's a lot more chill in this one, because, he just found out he has a quirk and it's super powerful. And Deku, he says, I have complete manipulation over time. Time bends to my will. Like, literally, we could have had this conversation 1,000 times and you would never know, and I would. Time Time is me, and I am time. Time is just not a. It's not a construct. It's a. It's a physical living thing. Oh, it's a living thing. Because without time, everything would just stop. He doesn't say that. I'm just saying that because I don't know why I'm monologuing, but they say, "Whoa, wow, how is that so powerful?" And Deku says, "I don't know," and even Bakugo's like, "Bruv, his is not as flashy as mine, but Jesus Christ, he's powerful." Like he doesn't think Jesus Christ, but he said, "Damn." He doesn't say. He says, "Oh no," he doesn't say anything. He just thinks that's so powerful. And Bakugo walks up to Deku, and Bakugo says, "Well, because I'm not most of my what ifs, I'm not gonna make Bakugo like a big jerk, because he is a jerk, and I would like to punch him, but in just these what ifs, it would make more sense for Bakugo to be nice than mean. I mean, he is still gonna be mean, but not to like Deku. Deku's gonna rub off on Bakugo, but I'm adding a twist. Do 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 do. I'm loving it. Okay, so so Bakugo walks up to Deku and says, "Well, your quirk isn't flashy, but it's super powerful. Like, dang, Izuku, how's your quirk that powerful? Maybe it's a first generation. Maybe it's its only generation." Well, he doesn't say if it's first gen or anything. He says, "That's so powerful. It may not be flashy, but it's powerful. Very, very powerful." And Deku says, "Well, the only downside is it only takes up stamina, so all I need to do is just work on my body. My quirk will, I can use my quirk more, so." And I'm saying that to slow down time, you know, it doesn't drain as much stamina, but when 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 speeding up time, like time around him, that takes a lot more. Like speeding down and slowing up. I mean, reversing and speeding up time. Those take about the same, but when reversing someone's body, that takes more than to fast forward someone. So yeah, he's pretty much he's gonna be called Kronos, and peop and they come up with a nickname. They call him Kronos, and he says, "I like the nickname. I think that's gonna be my hero name." You know, and Deku, you know, he shows off his quirk where he slows down time, and he just does something, uh but when he got out of time, out of slowing down time, he doesn't pass out, but he starts disappearing because he accidentally his quirk malfunctioned, and this is oof, his quirk malfunction, and they see him just being erased, like how Thanos snapped. It's like that, but from like left to right. And Deku's like, "What's going on? Ah, what's going on?" And the teachers and students start freaking out. He's like, "Ah!" And he goes back in time on accident, and he's at not Dagobah Beach, but like no, I'm saying he's at Dagobah Beach, but like at a really young age. I mean, at like this is in the past, and he sees All Might and Nana Shimura, and they don't notice him watching, but he's watching them, and he says, "Is that All Might? That's All Might." Because I'm saying that Deku, he is like a little bit smarter in this than canon, and for someone to okay, so this was a comment. I'm not even joking. Smart, lean, ripped, Okay, don't quote me on this. Why did you quote me on one of my videos on lean, um, jacked, ripped, and buff? Okay, leave me alone. Okay, why do you have to be so mean? I know it was stupid, and it's not actually it's not what I just said. It's lean, jacked, buff, ripped. Okay, don't quote me on that. Anyway, back onto the what if. Sorry, someone just commented that last night. I'm like, oh god, why do you have to remind me? Anyway, back on to the what if. Deku, he sees All Might. Oops, he sees All Might and Nanashimura training and stuff like that. And you know they don't see him. He sees them, and I'm saying he's smarter, and so he sees. Where am I? Maybe I'm in the past because that looks like a younger version of All Might and stuff. So you know, he doesn't walk over, but you know he sneaks over, but he trips on a rock, and Nana Shimura and All Might, or what was his name, Toshinori Yagi, or is his first name Yagi, or is his last name Yagi? I think it is. I think his last name is Yagi. Toshinori Yagi. Yeah. So, you know, they see him, and Deku, you know, he says, ouch. He doesn't say crap, but he says, ouch. Dang it. And Nana goes over and says, what are you doing here, kid? And he says, this might be hard to explain, but I'm a time traveler. And Onishima was like, what? And what does it take place? 2036? Right? I think it takes place around that time, 2036 of the anime. I don't remember. I don't remember. I think it takes place around that. And I'm saying it's like, oh god, how long ago? I'm saying it's 2030, because Deku is 4 at this time, right? Yes, he's 4 at this time, so that would make, ooh, god, I'm trying to do math. I'm saying this is 20, oh god, I'm 2031. No, it would be 2032. Wait, no, because the anime 32, but he's 14. That's when the anime takes place. So he would have been born in 2028. I mean, yeah, 2028. And All Might and Nanashimura, they die. I mean, Nanashimura, cause, god damn it. Yeah, I'm just saying it's 20. I'm just gonna say it's 2020. Okay, leave me alone. You know, he says, well, I'm the time traveler from 2032, from the year 2032. And Nadashimura is like, what? And he says, yes, my quirk accidentally malfunctioned, and, well, I was sent back in time. And she asks, well, what's your quirk? He says, complete manipulation over time itself. Time bends to my will, pretty much. And Nana's like, whoa. And All Might comes over and says, well, you know, he heard what he said, and he says, wow, kid, that's a powerful quirk. And he says, yes it is. And And All Might asks, well, do I become number one hero? And Deku says, well, I can't say. And All Might's like, why? And Nana is like, well, it would ruin the time stream. Like, if he changes anything in the past, the time will change in the future. You may not become the number one hero. You may be dead. Be cocky. You would be cocky and die. Nana says that, and All Might's like, yeah, you're probably right. And so Nana says, what's the downside to your quirk? And Deku says, well, it takes stamina. So far that I remember. I think it only takes stamina, so. But since this was an accident, I don't feel tired. And, I'm saying it's 7 years later. Time skip to 7 years later. Deku, he doesn't go. He is gonna go to UA, but he's in UA, like right now in the 7 years, and I'm saying that he meets Aizawa. Well, because it wasn't Toshinori with Aizawa in UA. I think he was. I don't remember. Anyway, but he meets Aizawa, all of them, President Mike. He says that he's a time traveler and stuff, and stuff like that. And Deku, he's now. Oh, I said he was 4, 7, 7. Oh god, hold on. No, it's a 10-year time skip. No. 8-year time skip to where Deku, he's 12 now. So Deku. Sorry, I haven't had my coffee this morning. Anyway, Deku, he talks with UA, Principal Nezu and stuff. He tells them that he's a time traveler, yada yada yada, and they say, well, we'll make a hero suit for you in the future. I mean, right now, so you can use it in the future. And I'm saying also another part of his quirk is that he doesn't have is that when he's reversing someone's time, he has to be touching them. So so his gloves were that also it's like a nanobot suit where I'm saying where this crystal is where his suit is kept. It's kept inside the crystal, and once he taps it twice, like Iron Man in Endgame, R.I.P. Tony Stark, aka oh god, what was his name? Robert Downey Jr. Rip him. His contract ended. We will miss you, Iron Man. That was probably one of the best sacrifices in history. Robert Downey Jr. You were one of my favorite characters in Marvel. I'm sorry, but I'm saying Ghost Rider is my favorite character out of the entire of Marvel. Okay, Iron Man, you're next. Okay, it's just Ghost Rider is super cool. He's literally a blaming skeleton that rides a motorcycle. Like, bruh. So Deku, he meets with them, yada yada yada, like I just said. Now Deku, this is, it's the day that he goes back and he says, well, see you guys in the future, I guess. Oh no, I'm saying he's 14. I'm saying he's 14, but he's traveling back to 10 months before, the 10 months training. And Deku, he does study during his years that he stays there, so the 10 years that he stays there and stuff. And they know this kid as Kronos. Everybody calls him Kronos. Well, they don't call him Kronos. Some people call him the Wanderer, because they just see him wandering the halls with like a book, or with a bag of like gym clothes and stuff like that. So some people call him the Wanderer, because he just wanders around UA looking for something, stuff like that. And other people call him Kronos. So now it's the day that Deku goes back. He hugs All Might and says, "I'll see you later in the future." And he says, "All right, kid." He says no. He says, "All right, Izuku," because I'm saying that Deku gave them his real name. Wait, did I say he gave him his real name? I think he did. And so he travels back to the future. He goes over to his mom's apartment. He knocks on the door, and Inko says, "Coming." And Inko opens the door and sees Izuku, and I'm saying it's not chubby Inko. It's like it's when Inko was a kid, hot and sexy Inko. But Inko's still best mom. Except for the couple that I just did. I mean, not the couple, abandoned. Okay, leave me alone. Inko, he's asked, "Who are you?" And Deku, because he doesn't look the same. He does somewhat still look the same, but not really. And he says, "I'm back, Mom." And Inko says, "Izuku? Is that you?" And she starts tearing up and says, "Where have you been? Oh my god, I missed you." And Deku says, "Well, I've been in the past for 10 years. I'm sorry." And, Inko says, "Well, I thought you died." Stuff like that, yada, yada, yada. Sashi's still not there. He is not AFO. All for one. He's not all for one. But he says to Inko that I have to go to Kachan's house, stuff like that, and she says, "Well, I'll call them." Deku says, "No, don't call them. I'll surprise them." Stuff like that. I don't know why my voice just went that deep. Okay, leave me alone. I'm tired. I just woke up like an hour ago. Wait, what time? I woke up like 2 hours ago. And so Deku, he said, he goes over to Bakugo's house. He knocks on the door, and Bakugo's mom and dad and Bakugo are there, and Mitsuki says, "Coming." She opens the door and asks, "Who are you?" And he says, he scratches his head and says, "Hi, Aunt Mitsuki." And she starts tearing up like, Is Izuku? Izuku, is that you?" And they hear Bakugo and Bakugo's dad hear Izuku. I don't know why I just started Izuku. But Bakugo says, "Mom, Izuku's dead." And Mitsuki hugs Izuku, but no. Mitsuki steps out of the way. Izuku walks in. He says, "Hi, Kachan." And Bakugo starts tearing up like, "Izuku, is that really you?" And he runs over and hugs Izuku. I need to put on lotion. Sorry guys, I have a medical condition right now. It's nothing serious. It's just I have to apply lotion because I have like really cracked hands and feet. It's a it's a medical condition. You know, it's pretty. I think it's pretty common. When like rubbing alcohol, stuff like that. Oops. It's a medical condition from rubbing alcohol. Anyway, so Deku, he does all of that. He hugs Bakugo, and he says, "What happened? Where were you?" And Deku says, "Well, I was in the past. I met All Might." And Bakugo's like, "What? You met All Might?" Well, the All Might that younger version of All Might. Sorry if you guys can hear that. Okay, my skin is like gets really cracked around this time, and you know, from like rubbing alcohol. I don't remember what the medical condition it was, but it's like it's a common medical condition that you can get from it's just genes, not like a pair of genes, but genetics. You know, he talks with Bakugo, yada yada yada. He asks how's he doing, and Bakugo's like, "I'm doing good. I've just missed you. You've been pronounced dead." Izuku says, "Well, I guess we're gonna go have to change that." And Deku, he's not. Oops. You saw nothing. That was of a friend. Bakugo, he says, what am I saying? He's not. Deku's not getting all for one. I mean, one for all. Damn it. He's not getting one for all. I'm saying this goes to Kirishima. Because Kirishima, best friend. I would love to have a best friend like Kirishima. Like, no joke, he is probably, like, one of the most lovable characters ever. Even villain Kirishima's nice. Like, who can't be nice to Kirishima? I mean, how can Kirishima not be nice? Like, even villain Kirishima is, like, highly unlikely. Well, he's pretty likely, because he was bullied, because he had a weak quirk, yada, yada, yada. But, Kirishima, best friend. I would love to have if I was in My Hero Academia, I would be either Kirishima's brother or his best friend. No, I'm going to say best friend. I'm going to be Kirishima's best friend. I would have Kirishima as a best friend anytime. I know that Izuku's the main character, but come on, it's Kirishima. He's let me put it into his words. He's manly, aka he's not manly, but he acts like he's manly to he best friend, hands down best friend. If you don't agree with me, put it in the comments down below. So yeah. And sorry I haven't been posting. I've been just dealing with stuff. If I didn't say that. Also somewhat procrastinating, for not posting for 2 days. Anyway, Deku, also I won't be posting tomorrow. I'm going out to the desert. No, I'll be recording tomorrow, but I won't be Oh, no, I'll be posting tomorrow also, but I'm just gonna be posting at a later date, later time in the day, okay? Because I'm going out into the desert having fun, because it's perfect time to go to the desert. Anyway, Deku, he does all of that, and he says, I promised All Might that I would meet him. I'm gonna say at not a police station, but I'm saying that he meets him at UA, because no, I'm not saying he meets him at UA. I'm saying that they had this favorite restaurant that they would go to, Um, no, 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 no. I'm saying that they went to this cafe, and they would always go to this cafe, and All Might's been he went there that the day he left, because it's the same day that he left, but 10 years, like the year that no, I'm saying that he went there not every day, but every day of the same year. So, and Deku, he finally walks in, and, All Might sees Deku, and he says, "You made it." And Deku says, "Toshinori," because I can't say, mm-hmm, mm, and, you know, All Might says, "It's good to see you. I was wondering when you would get back." And Deku says, "Yeah, sorry. I mean, it was only just a few seconds for me, but it must have been a really long time for you." And, All Might says, "Yeah, yes, it was." And Deku asks, "So how's, Nana?" And All Might, he looks down, and Izuku's like, "No." And, uh, All Might says, "Yes, she's retired." No, I'm kidding. She's dead. I'm sorry. And Izuku says, I can't change anything. It would screw up the timeline." And, All Might says, "Yeah, I know." So, and Deku, he's not going to take the entrance exam. He's still going to go to UA, but he's not taking the entrance exam.